Happy New Year's Eve.
Yay! We hope that this past year was full of fun, new adventures, and you were ready to go.
Just started. Just started.
It just started? No, it's been starting.
Nope.
No, it's starting.
Yep.
Okay. This has never looked like this on any of the other videos I've done.
All right.
Have they been going live? Now I don't know. We'll have to go back and see. Okay, it's fine.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year. We hope that this past year has been so joyous and exciting, and you've had some new adventures, and you've tried some new things, and you've experienced. Hence life, right, babe?
Yep. But even if this past year wasn't joyous and full of,
yes,
all
what
the things that you had hoped. Yeah. The good news is we got a new year.
Yes.
We got a new year coming up. We got a fresh start.
Yes.
Really, to be honest with you, we have a fresh start every single day.
Yes.
But this is the time of year when it's kind of in our consciousness that it's a new beginning, it's a start of a new year, and it's a time to start planning for the way we want things to turn out. And as we all know, there are some things that are going to be within our control, and there are a lot of things that are going to be without our control.
Right.
But as we always tell our kids, and I always tell my students, let's control what we can control, and leave the other stuff in God's hands.
Yes, for sure. Yay! I love it. So now's the time where we're thinking of like New Year's resolutions. Like, okay, what can I start? Okay, what's something I'm thinking of? What do I want to do better in the new year? What can I control? Blah, blah, blah. So we have a fun little twist on that. So instead of thinking of one thing for the full 365 days, that's a lot, y'all.
Yeah, and let me just give you a few numbers real quick.
Give us a few stats
I
for
found
those
this,
of my data people out there.
Yeah, I found this online at insideoutmastery.com. So take it for what it's worth. We found it on the internet, and of course we know everything on the internet is true. And we know that 85% of stats are made up. So
no, he made that up.
So take this for what it's worth. But here's what we found about New Year's resolutions, right? It says 43% of all people who make a New Year's resolution expect to fail by February.
That's your own expectation.
They go in with the mindset of, I'm not even going to. So if you don't believe that you can do it, it's not going to happen. Like so much of what we want to do and what we want to accomplish starts with our mind and the way we think about things. Yeah. And if 43%, that's just shy of half of all people who make a resolution. Expect to fail. They don't even expect to win.
At least I made it through January.
This is kind of a side note, but like I coach our son in flag football, and one of the things I always tell him when it goes to either he plays flag football, right? So going to pull a flag, going to catch a ball, like you can't go up for the ball hoping to catch it. You have to expect to catch it. You can't go for that flag pull hoping to pull it. You got to expect to pull it. And so a lot of what these stats are telling us is that a lot of people make these resolutions hoping to follow through on them, but they really don't expect to follow through with them. And there's a big difference between hoping and expecting. And then it says that almost 1 out of 4 people quit within the first week of setting their New Year's resolution. And most people quit before the end of January. Only 9% of people see their resolutions through to succession.
December. Oh, jeez. So we thought, why not take that number and let's make it into a positive? If already almost half the people are thinking, I can at least get through till February, we thought, let's do a fun little twist on that. So we said, and having a New Year's resolution that's supposed to last all year, why don't we break this up into months? So we said, why don't we do 12 goals or 12 commitments for 12 months?
Yeah, and I like that you said commitments. That's kind of how we're going to phrase it. Rather than a resolution or a goal, we're gonna call them commitments because I think there's a little bit more teeth to that. Like I'm going to commit to do this. I, at least for me, it's a mental thing where it's like I'm much less likely to go back on a commitment than I am on just like a goal. Like sometimes goals just kind of seem a little bit arbitrary. And it helps to write them down and all that.
Yes, and that's what we're going to talk about next.
Yeah, so we're going to do commitment because I think you can commit to anything for 30 days. To commit to something for 365 days, y'all, is a long
just saying
time.
That number 365, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's like that's so much, so much. Hey Corey, happy New Year! Oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. This is so cool!
That is
awesome. Yay! So with that being said, like T just said, writing things down. So for me, I need to write it on paper. I need a pen. In this case, I have a few different, because I'm going to color code my months, okay? So I'm a very much give me a paper, give me a pen. I want to write it down. I need to be able to, there's just something about, ink to paper. Is ink to paper a thing?
Yep.
Like ink to paper. Pen to paper, thank you. As for my husband.
Yeah, I like to put things, I have a note in my phone, and I actually shared it with you so that we can both be. But she's not going to use it because she's going to use paper instead.
I'm gonna use paper instead.
But I figure I always have my phone with me. I don't always have my notebook with me, so I'd like to put it in my phone. But whatever works for you. So the premise of what we're going to do is, for each month,
Let me hold up my paper.
we are going to have an individual goal. Like, I want to do this month for myself. You know, this is something that I'm going to pursue. And then we're going to have a couples goal, something that we want to make sure we do together.
And we'll list a few right now, like a couple examples, but then we're going to go ahead and once this is posted, on our page, we'll go ahead and give some more ideas. And y'all, we do not claim to be experts at anything. Yeah. We are not perfect at anything. So like, if you guys like, that gets you to think about something like, oh, this is a cool couple, like post it, like help us out. Like, we're all working on ourselves, right, all the time. And if you're married, you're working on your marriage, hopefully all the time as well. So feel free to post some ideas that you have.
Yeah, because we have a rough outline right now of what we're going to do for all 12 months. But if somebody gives us an idea that's better than what we have,
yes,
and that's the other benefit of not, like, I only got to commit right now. Tomorrow's January 1st. Right. I just need to know what our goals are for January. What our commitments are for January.
Yeah.
If something better comes along by February than what I had planned, then I'll switch to that.
I'm going to switch it. Yes. Yeah. No, I love it.
And so many of the resolutions that people make center around our health. And it's not always just physical health. It could be spiritual health. It could be mental and emotional health.
Everything,
but I think that's our big goal. That is what we're shooting for. 365 days from now, we want to be healthier than we are today. But that doesn't just mean physical health. It could mean mental and emotional health. Absolutely. It could mean spiritual health. Yeah. So we want to be healthier. And all these goals, all these commitments that we're going to kind of go on this journey with this year, they're all going to revolve around health in some way.
Right.
They might, 1 month might be more focused on physical health. The next month might be focused on mental health. The next month might be focused on spiritual health. Whatever the case may be, social health.
Right. No, that's awesome, babe. And even for me, I had written down for January, I want to try to be cognizant of my water intake. So unless I'm going out, if any of you watched my preparation video about water, like if I'm going out somewhere for the day, I take my big jug with me. But not all the time. Sometimes I'll just use one of these. But then I'll forget how many times I filled it up. I'm like, how many? Like, it's almost like I need to keep a tally on my cup. I can't do that, but it's fine. But I always forget. So I want to make sure I'm keeping track of my numbers throughout the day. How much have I, because that's something for me. And then for us as a couple, I put down that we want to do 2 date nights. So in the month of January, we're going to try to plan for 2 date nights.
And that doesn't have to be anything crazy expensive.
Thank
this
you.
Used to be easier for us when we lived where all our family was right around. We have to be a little bit more creative now.
Which is fine. It depends on what season you're in.
Yeah, so sometimes we do have some family here that will watch our kids. Yeah. But there's other times where it's like, hey, we're going to get the kids to bed early tonight. And now we're going to have time for ourselves. And that doesn't necessarily, not every time means that you got to go out to some expensive steakhouse and have a fancy meal that costs $100 or whatever.
No, and a few nights ago, or a few weeks ago, baby, I'm bad with time. But we literally got the kids down. We made some hot cocoa and we came on the porch and we did stargazing. Yeah. And it was amazing. And it was just so nice and it was cold out and it was just such a beautiful time. You know what I mean? Just something like
extravagance isn't the goal of a date, or even some big fancy thing. It's just the goal of a date is to connect. And life is crazy, and so we just need to make time to connect, and that doesn't cost any money if you don't want it to. I mean, you can go out and be extravagant, and that's great if you have the means and the time and the resources to do that. But if you don't, then a glass of hot chocolate and some stars on the porch, that's nice too. Yeah. Or a walk around the neighborhood, or just a drive. Go on a drive somewhere. Although that can be just expensive because gas is ridiculous.
No kidding, it's gone back up in the last few days. I can't. Okay, let's not get
distracted. So those are so Jenny's goal for January is to drink at least 64 ounces of water every single day. Our couple's goal is to get 2 date nights this week or this month, and we'll see how that goes. My goal, I still have a day to nail this down, but I'm thinking, oh man, I have a bunch here, and I think they're all.
We were in bed last night just kind of brainstorming together some things and what could be good. And like he was saying, about health, it can be anything. One of the things that I want to do is I want to handwrite out some cards, just how much I appreciate.
And we will update each month. We kind of want to post a series of videos throughout each month and throughout the year, just kind of updating you on how we're doing with these commitments, and for two reasons. One, hopefully it will hold us accountable if we
Yes.
know we've got to make a video and report on how we're doing.
Yes.
And then two, and really two, more importantly, is that hopefully it will inspire some other people to
Yes.
want to jump in and
Right.
do whatever they can to get healthier as well.
And I think it's fun that we talked about this last night. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we were saying like, okay, like these goals can kind of like go off of each other. So like my goal in January is to make sure I'm drinking enough water. Well, I'm hoping and I'm knowing that my January goal will continue into my February goal. I still want to make sure I'm drinking enough water. I'm just being cognizant of it in January. But in February, I want to try to start getting some walking into my routine at least 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So then I'm hoping, okay, so now I have my drinking down. I'm walking a few days a week. And then guess what? I'm hoping that'll carry me into March. Now I'm walking a few days a week.
Right.
Now I'm drinking my water. Like kind
So
of
you
building
mean when February
up.
rolls around, you're not gonna just say forget drinking water?
Forget
I already
drinking-
did that in
You
January.
know what? I'm done drinking water. I'm going to cut it back to 32
Yeah, the
ounces.
hope is that we will at least, hopefully we will have at least started to build some habits in
Right.
each month, and then those will carry on. So by
Right.
the time we get to December,
Right.
hopefully we will have built some
Really
some
good
new habits,
habits,
and
right.
maybe not all 12 of the things will have stuck, but even if just one or two of them stuck, then
It's
we're
a
better.
win.
We're better this or next
Right.
year than we were this year.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
so that's the goal. So I think what I'm gonna do for this month, man, there's a lot of them here. I think I'm gonna go with. I want to make sure I read with our kids every single day.
Every single-
That could be reading the Bible with them. That could be reading a storybook with them, starting
Yeah.
a chapter book or whatever.
Yeah, love
I
it.
want to make sure that I read with each of our kids each day.
Love it.
And this falls under, for me, this is more social health and mental and emotional health. It's just
Perfect.
our family health in general.
Yep.
Making an effort to spend more time with our kids, not in front of a screen,
Right.
but sitting down actually reading. And we try to do a good job with that. But again, I think if it's a commitment that we write down and I say for the next 30 days, this is
Right.
what we're doing, then I think I'll be much more likely to do it. So
Yeah,
every
I love
single
that.
day, no excuses, weekends, every single day.
Every single day.
I'm going to read with the
And
kids.
I'll take
Even
a
if it's
picture
5
of
minutes.
it. We're going to
we'll read
post it.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
So look out for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought there was one more thing that we wanted to touch base on real quick.
I think you were talking about just like the majority of
Oh yes, yes.
New Year's resolutions do revolve
Is
around health.
health.
Weight
Right.
loss is a huge one. Exercising more is a huge one, and those are all good things. And so, if you are interested in getting healthier this year, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, socially, we'd love to
All
come
the
alongside
things,
you
yes.
and help however we can.
Yes.
Jenny's been doing a great job being such a huge source of encouragement and support for some amazing ladies who have already seen some huge success.
Yes.
So if you'd like to get a hold of either one of us or us as a couple, and get some help and some hope.
It's not just your numbers on the scale. It's not just what I love about our program and what we're just trying to do. It's the whole person, the whole being. And it's your mental and it's your physical and it's your spiritual and it's just everything. And it just coincides so well together. So you're making these choices that aren't just going to impact you, but they're impacting your spouse, your kids, generations to come. And it's just such a beautiful thing when all those components work so well together. And you can truly find that health. And like we said, and that's an everyday choice and decision that we're making.
Yep.
It's not just, I hit this number on a scale, I'm good to go. Absolutely not. That's not what it's about. It's about maintaining and making good choices throughout. So it's just, we're super stoked and just pumped about this new opportunity that God has in front of us. And just our clients have been amazing. And I love you all so much if you guys are watching. And it's just been fantastic. So we are here to help you, come alongside you however we can. We know we're almost 15 minutes in. I see some names. I don't have my glasses on,
No, it's
so I can't
Alexa.
check.
Alexa, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And then Miss Brandy.
Brandy. Oh, Brandy.
Good to hear from you. Happy New
Love
Year
it.
as well.
So, I think we're getting pretty long. I think we're almost 15 minutes in, but I hope you guys enjoyed the twist on a New Year's resolution. Instead of just one resolution for the 365, we're doing one resolution per month for a total of 12, a commitment of that month, something simple. Again, we're going to post some fun ideas for you individually and as a couple. If you're married, if you're not married, who cares? You do it, you have it, and you do it by yourself. It's fantastic. So, we love you guys, and
Would we consider posting these on YouTube for those not on social media? We just got that question.
yes,
Yeah, we can.
Absolutely.
We will do our
That's
best to
great.
get it on as many platforms as we
Yes.
can, just to make sure that as many people as possible can get
see
access
this,
to
yes.
them.
And we had a fun Imperfect Marriage is one of our platforms on marriage, because we are super passionate about marriage. So put your marriage and your all kinds of health together. It's just such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So we do have a YouTube
yeah.
and Instagram. Imperfect Marriage.
And we're really bad at social media
We
too.
are. We just are,
Yeah.
y'all. We're just getting the hang of these things. So please deal with us as we
Oh, man.
are working on things. We didn't even know this was live. I'm like, start talking and it's not even on. I'm like, oh, jeez.
That's why, yeah. That's why imperfect is the perfect word for us.
Imperfect is so perfect for us. I love it. So yes, and if there's a way that we can post this onto YouTube, if someone knows how to do that, please let us know, because then we could just put this video on the YouTube station and call it a day. That'll be that. It'll be perfect.
Yep.
But we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the encouraging comments and stuff. Y'all are amazing.
Yeah.
And have an amazing New Year. Please be safe tonight.
Yep.
Even if you can have fun, just be careful, and be careful driving home if you're going from somewhere. Just some people may have
What is that?
drink a little.
Okay.
Just be safe, everyone. Just be safe. Okay.
All
All right. We love you guys so much. Please be safe, and we will do a fun video for y'all soon.
Yeah,
I love
hopefully we'll,
videos.
Drinking water, reading to
Drinking
the
water.
kids, going on dates. That's
Go
our plan
ahead.
for January.
Plans January, and we're gonna keep you posted with
All
the
right.
video, pictures. All right.
Have
Love
a
you
good day.
guys.
Bye.
Is it the end video?
Yes.
Did it go?